Welcome back to another installment of eCIO. This one is on using eCIO for your customer relationship management needs. The value proposition is we use eCIO for our own marketing and sales effort. It provides an inexpensive option for those that are not linked to a major CRM package. Okay, one of the things we'll do is we'll pop right into, we'll go into my sections and go down to my CRM follow-up task and click on that. What's going to happen is it's going to give us dates on when we want to follow up with business partners, the date range if we wanted to go a little further or just today. So we're going to pick those dates and then close it. And so these are the items here that are scheduled for follow-up by some business partners. And we'll show you how to link those in. So we'll going to just take Mr. Denson here. We have an item that pops up. And this would be all the items for Scott that we have. So his contact for Scott, whatever we have on file. And then if we had those particular action items, then those would show up here. So it shows the action items. The other thing it does is if there's some statuses that were on those action items, by clicking on the status, we can see the statuses, any of the other items on it. And if we click on the people, those either show other individuals that are perhaps tied to that particular action item. If we wanted to, and we said, okay, we wanted to we got new clients, we wanted to follow up. If we click on the quick add, here, and the quick add will show us we can do some quick names, what the corporations are on that side of it. If we didn't have the corporation once it's set up, we could do a click on this, and then that would bring up a new corporation and then new organization, maybe perhaps in that corporation if it wasn't listed already. So then if we just double click on the action item, that will bring up our menu, and then we can always go into our action item on that, and that gives us all the details that we would like to look at from an action item perspective. The linkages comes up. So this is the details on all your action items, if it's linked to a deliverables, etc., description, comments, some of the event planning, if that's what you need to put in, any requirements, etc. So this is all dealing with that particular action item. So that shows us how we can do follow-up, how we can add individuals on very quickly. If we wanted to look at some of the reports out through that, if we look at some of the sales reports, so these are sales forecasts. These also, when we bring these up, they'll also, and we're just going to do everything on this side of it. So, and then we'll let it default. So these are some of the items from a sales forecast that we can kind of look at if there were anything kind of cropping up for the individual. We'll show you a little bit more on this one. So these sales forecasts then can get migrated over to your invoicing system. If we wanted to, we'll just do a refresh and we'll look at something from the CRM side of it. We're going to do just a summary status. So these are actually going with the leads and what we need to do in terms of the leads. And we're going to look at eCIO marketing and sales. Again, we could have several different types of sales portfolios that could link into various clients. And when you bring up your client, it would show you who's doing what with whatever particular client on that side across any of the meetings, etc. So we're going to just pick out that deliverable. It'll bring up here's this particular follow-up on it. There's a couple of items, and then we follow up on the PMI marketing with business partner Scott Denson, and that individual was listed in our action item on that side of it. If we wanted to details of some of these other ones, but we were looking at it from a SAL perspective, we're going to just do unassigned for all, pick them all up. So this is a project called New Clients. Scott Denson is kind of going through it. He's got a data migration, so if there was anything to do that just tracks all of our any particular cells that we want to do, and then that falls within our standard cell practice. So that concludes our brief video here on using eCIO for your customer relationship management needs. Hopefully this was of some use. Feel free to visit our site. That's www.eciosolutions.com, or send us an email at support@eciosolutions.com, and we'll try to respond to it. And hopefully you can take, as we've mentioned, you can probably take a little bit of the back ends, copy them, and then set them up for your own customer sales marketing efforts. And that can be done by each sales rep, or you could have a consolidated view into all your sales opportunities. It's a low-cost option at typically retailing about $45. So it makes it can be quite worthwhile. Thank you very much for listening, and look forward to hearing from your comments.